Raidernation, it's your boy Graphk Raider, man, back with another quick video. The views expressed here on Graphk Podcast. Welcome to the black hole of Raiders YouTube, y'all. Let's get to it. I did a little something different tonight, y'all. Had a few drinks. Just got to thinking about our team, man. Trying to find any bright spots that I could, and even point out the obvious. The good, the bad, the ugly. I wrote down some notes. I'm going to do something different tonight. I'm going to kind of read them off. You know, tequila hitting a little different tonight, man, from that stupid-ass loss last night. But let's get to it, y'all. The good. I'm going to start with the good. We have a star tight end, y'all. Waller is a top 3 potential #1 tight end in the league. 967 yards receiving on 93 receptions, 8 TDs. He should eclipse his 2019's 1,145 yards and already almost tripled his 3 TDs in 2019 with 8. Look, man, it feels good to know that we have a star tight end. It's been forever. When I mean forever, in my lifetime, we have never had a star tight end. I'm 36 years old. I've been a fan since I was born and raised. I just don't really remember, the glory days. You know what I'm saying? So to have a Darren Waller, a game changer, a dude that you can line up anywhere, that's insane, man. One thing that Greg Olsen did for this team, and mind you, he's just a puppet to John Gruden, but he found Darren Waller. Shout out to you, Greg Olsen. We owe you a lot for that. Outside of that, you can get the fuck up out of here, but you know what I'm talking about. You found Darren Waller. So shout out to our star tight end. He's only going to get better, y'all. He's still young. It's him, Kittles, and Kelsey. At the end of the day, I know Mark Andrews as well. But look, man, who says he can't be #1 in this league? The dude is just unguardable. The good. Josh Jacobs. Look, y'all, I know he had a rough year dealing with injuries. But he's a young franchise veteran workhorse running back. Battling injuries, he needs a full offseason to heal. He can also benefit from a real #2. I know earlier on in the season, we were all sold on the Booker and Jacobs connection, but Booker has slowed down a lot. He needs a hunt to his Chubb, pause, if that makes any sense. You look at Cleveland, they have 2 #1 running backs. In today's game, you pretty much need that. If we can get us another strong #2 running back to keep Jacobs off the field as much as possible, just to keep him, in tip-top shape, he would benefit a lot from that. He's almost doubled his receiving yards from 2019, 166 in 2019, 238 in 2020. He said at the beginning of the season he wanted to be a lot more involved in the passing game. Well, he's getting there. TDs. He has 10 this year compared to 7 in 2019. He should go over 1,000 yards again with 2 games left. I think he's at like 905. Last year, I believe he had like 1,150 or somewhere around there. But it looks like he can even eclipse that if healthy. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I would sit Jacobs the next 2 weeks. Let him get healthy. Let Booker get some runs. See what we have with him. But if he plays, why not? Why not? You know what I mean? Why not be able to eclipse that 1,150 that he had last year? But like I said, 10 TDs. He's been great. He's just been dealing with injuries. Yards after the carry is just crazy. It's just crazy with Jacobs. The dude is a beast, man. He breaks tackles left and right. Let him get a full off season to getting healthy. I know he had the shoulder injury last year. He's dealing with ankle and groin, all kind of shit that he's dealing with this year. A full off season will do him well. But it feels good to know that we have a star tight end and we have a star running back on our offense. It says a lot, man. It really, really does. A little more to good. I'm not going to go into detail with this one, but we have a good young receiving core. Aguilar, which we should resign. I know we will resign him. I believe he has over 700 receiving yards already. 8 TDs, I believe. I could be wrong. I didn't write down the notes on that, but I think he has 7 or 8 TDs. Hunter Renfrow. Man, you already know, man. On third down, Renfro's the guy. I know everybody's down on Ruggs right now. He's been dealing with injuries. He hasn't done a lot, but he's still young. And we still have Brian Edwards. We don't know what we have in him yet, but give him some time. Aguilar, Renfro, Ruggs, Edwards. I am very, very happy with that wide receiving core. They're all young. They're only going to get better with more experience, y'all. So let's be patient with our receiving core. Give them some time. Let them figure it out. But shout out to them. They're good. Also, one more. They're good. A real QB competition, y'all. If you could put Carr and Mariota together, their skill sets, that would probably be the perfect QB. Let's just be real. Mariota fits today's game. Carr is like the pocket passer looking to add mobility to his arsenal. Hence 2020. He's been running a lot more. That comes from knowing that he has Mariota on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? I know these guys are brothers and they love each other, but at the end of the day, this is a competition. I know Mariota always says that this is Carr's team, but let's be honest. If he can take over this team, he's going to. At the end of the day, it's a business. You want to get as much money as you can out of it before you retire. And I think Mariota proved last night that he's a force to be reckoned with. I'm still very nervous every time he passes the ball. He has a problem with accuracy, a problem with arm strength. That's not really a problem with Carr. Carr has arm strength. He's pretty good with accuracy. Let's see, man. This is Carr's team. Everyone knows that. But with Mariota healthy and maybe a full offseason of him being healthy, he was beat up you know what I mean, at camp. Look for a potential QB battle. And it's only going to make both of them better, man. Shout out to Derek Carr, my quarterback. Shout out to Mariota, my number 2 quarterback that came in last night and looked great. If it wasn't for that, you know what? We're going to get to that in the ugly. Let's get to the bad. The coaching staff. With the exception of Coach Tom Cable, which he's dealt with a beat-up offensive line all season long, everyone else just looks outdated and washed up. I mean, Gruden's play calling is conservative, it's predictable, and vanilla at best. I mean, the shit is sad, man. We need an innovative offensive coordinator, someone young who fits today's pass-heavy game. At the end of the day, Gruden has to put his ego to the side and go get that man. You know, Andy Reid has his great offensive coordinator. It's time for Gruden to take a page out of his book and go get that man. Marinelli, he's only here because of the Gruden Alliance and because Paul Gunther's failure to put together a competent defense. Let's just be real. Marinelli is going to be gone at the end of the season. We need to look for a young defensive coordinator, whether it's Raheem Morris, a Gruden guy. You know what I mean? He turned that Atlanta Falcons defense into a top 10 defense in 7 games. It says a lot, man. You can't get him. You go get Wade Phillips, OG, 74 years old, I believe, hasn't had a defense below 10 in the NFL. Won a Super Bowl, has multiple defensive players of the year. Go get that man. And he's on Twitter saying, I want to be a Raider. At the end of the day, if Raheem Morris doesn't end up being a head coach somewhere, which I believe he will, go get Wade Phillips if you don't decide on going and get a young college mind that knows today's offense. But other than that, man, you got a few options. But this coaching staff is bad. And I'm going to end this video with this. The ugly, the obvious, the defense. Just throw the whole shit away. Throw the whole shit away. Look, Cleve looks good sometimes. Max looks good sometimes. Mo Hurst looks good sometimes. Nick Wachowski has had some great games. He's had some off games. Littleton has been really bad this year and then he, showed a little glimpses. Nicholas Morrow had a really good year, but let's be honest, he didn't really have a heavy resume to go off of anyways. Trayvon Mullen was exposed yesterday. Abram is getting cooked. He's the number 1 worst rated safety in the league and most penalized. Arnett is not proven to be able to stay on the field and got to learn how to tackle. The concussions, I mean, look, man, those linger. At the end of the day, Arnett can be done, y'all. I mean, I pray to God he's not, but let's just be honest. He's young and he needs to learn how to tackle. We got some guys. David Irving, I had really high hopes for him. He must not be in shape. Vic Beasley's looked okay. But it's really, really sad that, Vickers and Chris Smith, the guys that came off the practice squad that came up looked like the most promising guys at times. That's really, really messed up, man. That's really fucked up, y'all. For real. Harris has to go. Heath, at best, is a special teams guy and a backup safety. But, the defense, man. Throw that shit away. Bring in a new defensive coordinator. Draft all defense. Maybe grab an offensive lineman in the draft. But other than that, the ugly. The ugly. Simple and plain. The fucking defense. The good, the bad, the ugly, y'all. I just was in the house, man, having a few drinks. Had to write some notes, man. I'm really, really down from yesterday's game. It sucks, man. I'm home in Sacramento, man. Man, it really, really sucks, man. But we got 2 more games. Let's see what we can do. You know, I hope Mariota starts both. They're saying that Carr may be out 10 to 14 days. Let him sit, man. Let him sit. We know what Carr can do. Let's see what Mariota can do. Let's see what he can do against a defense like Miami. Let's see what he can do against a defense that actually has time to prepare for him. Let's see. Let's see what he has. Maybe Marcus got over his confidence issues and the injuries, and maybe he could be something. Give him a chance. I believe he's only 25, 26. He may be our future, y'all. You really never know. It's your boy Graphk Raider. The views expressed to our Graphk podcast. I just wanted to come talk to my family tonight, man. I love y'all, nation. I'm going to catch y'all in a minute, man. Wow.